Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. It's Generator Jared here today, and if you haven't guessed yet, we're going to be going over the steps to getting a whole house generator, not a portable generator. The difference between the two is that a portable generator is one that you store, let's say, in a garage or somewhere else, and those are the ones that you manually fill with gasoline usually, and then you hook them up via the power source to your home, and then you just move them back when you're done. The whole house generator, aka the standby generator, is the one that is permanently right outside your house, a certain distance from your home, and it will automatically turn on when the power is when it senses that there's no power coming to your home, and then it'll switch back off as soon as it senses that power has been restored. So without further ado, let's get into this video. It'll be a kind of a quick one, okay? So the first step with getting a generator, of course, is you need to find a dealer and or an electrician that will install it. The two most popular kinds are Kohler and or Generac. So, you'd have to make that choice based off of what your budget is, based off of what you're looking for quality-wise and everything else. Just to give you guys a rough idea, if you guys are looking for a Kohler, you would go to this website here. Hopefully you guys can see that, and I'll leave that right there for a quick second. If you guys want to pause the video here, you can. And what you would do is you would select either sales, service, and installation, or just service, or installation only, or sales only. And in order to find the dealer closest to you, you enter your city, state, or zip code. Then it literally comes right up. Let's just say installation only, and we're going to put in our zip code right now. And I'm just going to show you guys what pops up. So with ours, there's of course a good amount, and I will leave this just to show you guys just a rough idea. This is how many dealers there are in the area, which is fantastic. And then of course you can always, as I said, you could always go through an electrician. Usually they're the ones that you go through contact in order to find whoever does generators. So once you find a dealer and or electrician, you're of course gonna have them come out to provide you with an estimate. You're gonna decide on exactly what kind of generator that you want. Like I said, if standby, you're most likely doing Generac and or Kohler. There are other generators, just depending on where you are geographically in the United States and your in the country. So that's obviously step number 2, deciding on a generator, right? So I'm going to pause this video for a second, and I'm going to show you what step number 3 is. Okay, guys, so step number 3 is going to be a little bit of a combination of two different things. The first thing is that you're going to need to not only have a survey done of your property, just to make sure that the town knows where the boundaries of your property are, to make sure that they approve how far away the generator can be set up from your home. So a survey and then taking out permits, of course, is very important. Your contractor and or electrician should do this. The only thing you'll need to do is, of course, supply payment and or your survey to them. So also, while you're doing this step, there's going to be one more thing that you're going to want to do. Okay, so along with providing the survey to your electrician and or dealer who's going to install it to get the permits for you, you're going to also want to check with your utility company. in terms of whether your gas meter is sufficient enough for the load that you're carrying. Ours, unfortunately, was not before. We had a 250 in place before, and now, as you can see, we have a 425, which is more than sufficient for our generator. I'm going to take you guys back upstairs for a second to show you guys something kind of interesting just to keep in mind. Okay, guys, so we're back upstairs. So this is for New Jersey. This is PSE&G's website, just to let you guys know. And this is for upgrades and new installations. Now, if you are looking to apply for residential service, which is what we were talking about here, you would select Apply Now. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to check. Now, your electrician and or contractor may do this for you. In my case, my guy didn't do it. So it was a little bit more of a pain in the butt, a few extra steps for me to do, and I didn't find it out later. That's why I'm making this video, to just help all of you guys out. So when you apply, it took us, I think it was about 2 to maybe like 3-ish weeks to get everything done from start to finish, which wasn't terrible. So now the gas company has nothing to do with the permits in your town. It's just a good idea while the survey and permits are going through to also take care of the gas meter. So again, if your contractor or electrician does not do this for you, you apply online. The pieces of information you're going to need is who's going to be doing the install. Although they don't really care for your generator, they just want to make sure that they have a contact just in case they need to contact them. The more important things that you're going to need are the BTUs, okay, of all of the gas appliances that you have running in your house. So, for instance, we have our generator. Well, actually, let me see if I can bring something up for you guys. Hold on one second. So this is perfect, okay? So here's something that I did. I ended up compiling a Word document when I was filling out our gas meter upgrade application, and these are all the different gas appliances that we had. So we have a Weber gas grill, which is 39,000 BTU per hour, so that translates into just 39. Our stove, we have a KitchenAid here, and that came out to be, it was 18, I don't know if you guys could see that, that's 18,000 BTU, so that's 18. Our generator, which I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes, the one we went with, let me just actually bring it up here for a second. It's this one right here. It's a 20 kilowatt generator. It's a whole house generator, and it certainly powers the entire house. Comes with an automatic on-off switch plus the base to put it on. And let me just minimize this back for a second. And it's a natural gas generator. So this one, it's rated to 281,000 BTUs an hour. So that's 281. We also have a combi heater boiler, which is an Ascent. It's kind of cool. And I think I came up with 175. I was just taking literally the largest numbers that it had. So it was 175,000, so I put 175. For our dryer, we have a Samsung, and that one is 22,000 BTU, which is 22. So let me give you guys just a very rough idea here. So we're doing the math here. So we have 22 with the dryer, plus we have another 175 with the combi boiler and heater. And then we have, it was 281 with the generator. Plus permits, we had, what, 18 here with this, with the stove, plus we have 39 with the grill. And that gives you 535. Now, I'm betting you guys are probably saying to yourselves right now, well, you only have a 425, so how is 535, the load that you have, sufficient? Great question. Typically, okay, the gas meters that they install for you, the gas company explained this to me. You know, if it's like 425, it actually goes above that. It usually goes to like 5 to like even like 550, 600 or something like that. So whatever it's rated to, it's always going to go above it. But please rest assured that whatever as soon as you submit all your paperwork to the gas company, they will know exactly which one to install and everything. So you'll never really have trouble with it. The other thing that I'll say is, most of the times you're never going to be running all of your gas appliances at once, so you're normally covered. So that's the step that I got caught up on. My contractor never told me about this until we noticed we had a slight gas leak, because he ended up opening the gas valve and damaging our regulator valve, which I didn't realize. PSE&G came right out, our gas company, and said, you're going to want to upgrade your gas meter. That's when I found out. So that's why I wanted to spend a few extra minutes on that step. Again, your contractor may do that for you. So while, after the permits clear, everything else like that, the next step, your contractor, electrician, whoever it is, should then order the generator. Now, of course, if you wanted to do this stuff on your own, you could apply for the permits on your own and decide on your own generator, take care of the gas steps yourself, order it, and then come and hire somebody to install it. So that's another option. But I recommend going through somebody, because sometimes they'll get you a better deal and everything else like that. So you order the generator. Sorry for the background noise, by the way. So once that happens, your generator is then going to be installed by your electrician and or contractor. Typically, it takes about 2-ish days, about, I don't know how many hours it was exactly. I remember my guy came one day to do like a lot of the prep work and initial stuff with the setup. The second day, they got the generator pretty much placed on the pad, and then got the generator set up. Then after that, we had to drill a new gas line all the way from the gas meter all the way to the generator on the other side of the house. So that was a little bit of a pain, but again, like I said, about 2 days, you're good to go with the generator installed, no problem. After that, you should be having an initial inspection. Your initial inspection will be for not only your, and by the way, this all depends on where you are in the United States geographically. And there may be other, things that you have to do. This is just, at least in New Jersey and other places in the Northeast. Just to give you guys just also a rough idea, we have a 200 amp service here. We have a center hall colonial, 2,400 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, just in case any questions like that come up. So the initial inspection, you're going to have an initial gas pressure test. Someone will come out from the town and we'll just make sure that the pressure is sufficient going to the generator. Of course, that's what helps it start, and without that, your generator won't work. The other thing that will happen is you should probably have the electric at the same time. You want to make sure you have proper stickers on the outside of your utility box as well as on the inside of your utility box. It's a warning saying that, sorry, I just have to plug in my charger for a quick second. And we are good there now. Sorry for that. So stickers just saying warning that there's a external power source generator connected to both the outside, should be on your outside utility box as well as on your main utility box, whether it's on the inside or in your garage or wherever it is. So those are the initial inspections, and hopefully those pass. If they don't, obviously your contractor will have to come back and take care of whatever it is that he has to do. After that, if everything passes fine, you will have the final hookup done. That's where your contractor and or electrician will connect the gas line. You know, the plumber will do that. We'll connect the gas line to your generator, and then we'll get hopefully everything set up. We'll get it all tested for you. They'll also set up the generator to run on a weekly or bi-weekly cycle, and that's to keep the generator fresh, just to keep it going, because if it sits idly, it can like build up things and it may not start correctly when it needs to. So you always want to make sure, like we have it on a weekly test every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is good. And usually it runs around 25% or so power. When your generator initially kicks up, it'll probably get to between 100, start with 100% to 75% power. Then once it starts powering things up, it'll go back down to about 50% power. And then, you know, hopefully you'll also have, they have apps for both Kohler and for Generac. Hopefully they'll get you set up with that. That way you can monitor if there's a test going on. It'll alert you to any issues that are wrong with the generator. The contractor and or electrician, you may be able to sign up for a service plan, and they'll be able to monitor your generator through the app. So if there's an issue, they'll see it. They may contact you before you contact them, or vice versa, whatever it is, and they'll see what the problem is. That way they can come out and help diagnose it. So then after the hookup and you do the test and hopefully everything works out great, you'll have a final inspection where the contractor just comes out. It's a final just plumbing inspection, just to make sure that the gas line is hooked up correctly. There's no issues with anything. You know, obviously they're not going to turn it on during this time, but it really doesn't matter. You know, so by that point, it should be tested, should have been running. Final inspection is all good. You know, you'll get final inspection sticker. Hopefully, you know, by this point also, you'll have a new gas meter. As you guys saw, we upgraded. If not, hopefully you get one soon after. The last thing that you'll ever want to do is burn out your generator by not having enough gas go to it. It's happened before, generator fires, other things. Sometimes it doesn't work. It causes wear and tear on the generator. You obviously don't want to use a warranty right away if you don't have to, but it's there. Then after that, you're all complete with everything. So let me show you guys what it looks like in the end. Okay guys, so in the end, this is what it should look like. Of course, this is our Kohler whole house generator. We have our automatic on-off switch. That is the sticker that I was telling you about. Another sticker right there. And this is the gas and electric line going right to the generator. Everything works fantastic with it. You know, I would say it's not crazily loud. You could probably stand and have a conversation next to it. You may raise your voice slightly, but it's not too bad. Here, of course, is our gas meter there. And of course, like I said, it's got to be a certain distance from the house. You always have to keep both sides completely open and clear. This one side over here intakes air. It's a air-cooled generator. And then on this side, usually when you see it running, all the bushes here end up blowing a little bit. So this blows out the air right here. And then this, of course, is the pad that it is sitting on. And it houses it. It is obviously very heavy. This right here is the key. It's currently locked right now, so I can't show you guys inside. I have the key inside, but always a good idea to keep it just locked. You never want anyone coming to opening it up and putting anything inside, whatever it is. So anyways, without further ado, and this is the setup from the other side, let's go in and do the final recap. All right, guys, so let's do a quick little recap. Of course, step one, you're going to want to find a dealer or an electrician who will install the generator for you. By the way, one of the things that I did not mention was estimated costs. It costs anywhere in a rough neighborhood between around $8,000 to $13,000 to get one of these installed. I highly recommend it because with the storms and extended power outages and everything that's been going on, why ever lose power again? The second step is to decide on a generator. You'll do that with your dealer or electrician. Again, two biggest ones, either Kohler or Generac. It's up to you based off of your budget and your preference. The next two steps kind of go hand in hand. You need to get the survey of your property along with the permits, which your contractor or electrician will apply for you. And also go through your utility company to see if you need a gas meter upgrade. You may not. It really all depends. Once you get the permits, you get to order the generator. And then once it comes, of course, your electrician and or dealer will do the generator install for you. Again, generally about 2 days, pretty painless, pretty easy. And they'll take care of adding any gas lines or whatever it is that needs to be done. Once it's installed, your contractor and or electrician will schedule the initial inspection. During that the inspection initial, you'll have electric as well as your gas pressure test. Once that's complete, you'll do the final hookup and the test of the generator. Maybe sign up for a service plan, get your app all set up. That way you're always connected to see if the power goes on or off, or if you need anything done with the generator. Finally, get the final inspection with just making sure that the gas line is installed properly. And hopefully by that time, the gas meter is all taken care of and you either have an upgrade or it's sufficient. And then you are complete with that. The other thing that I wanted to say was I know that Kohler warranties, I believe they extend for, it's like 5 years and or 2,000 hours. Which is actually pretty good. I believe Generac is 7 years or something like that, so maybe an extra 2 years and more hours. However, I know Kohler has been around since I think it's like 1920, so it's another 40 years compared to Generac. I know Generac controls 80% of the market, but one of the things that my guy who services my generator said, Kohler is like getting a Cadillac of generators. Generac is the equivalent to like a Volkswagen Beetle. So a little bit of a trade-off there. I feel like there's one more thing I want to say and I'm forgetting right now. No, I think that was it because I wanted to tell you guys about the warranty and stuff like that. So yeah. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Like I said, we actually have not had to use the generator as of installing it yet. I'm almost kind of looking forward to doing it soon. But hopefully you never have to. It's more of like an insurance policy. But if you guys have any questions about this video, any questions about any steps or whatever it is, obviously Google things for your state in your particular area to see what steps are involved. You guys can always comment, leave some questions in the field below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. And thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.